have the old smell right here too. This is the old the old little shelter thing that was here. There's still a bone over there too. This is just so bizarre. I don't know what something kept going. I'm talking about this fence thing here. I don't get it. This barricade that was put up. I don't know what that's all about. That's collapsed. There's not really much left of that. I'm just going to record until my phone dies, because stupid me, I didn't charge it up before I came out here. I'd really just come out here and look around. I wasn't even going to film, but I'm out here, so I might as well. The day I don't film something, or I'm not filming, something will fucking run off, and I won't get it on film. I hate windy days like this, because everything you hear and think is what you're looking for, I guess. Man, it's a mess back here. I don't know how much battery life I have left, so I'm just gonna walk around, film, and then I got one thing I want to go check out here, and then I'm gonna get out here, film the ground again. This area right here is kind of neat, how it's just, it's all green grass. Feels soft right here too. It's almost like carpet, nature's carpet. Okay, this tree's always been kind of weird. Just a weird looking tree. It's an odd tree to be sitting here with the rest of these. So, yes, it's a mess. Wow. Wanted to touch base on something real quick. I don't know if you guys have checked out Steve's channel, the How to Hunt channel. Super great guy. I love what he's doing. I think everybody does. Most people do. Probably the researchers don't. The hardcore expert researchers, they probably don't like what he's doing, but I don't really care. There's people have these encounters with these things, and they're not always good. Most of the time, they're not good. They're life-changing. They're scary. I mean, it makes guys not want to go back in the woods and hunt. Not go back in the woods at all for some people. I mean, now my encounter, which was pretty close, it was a comfortable encounter. It wasn't life-threatening or nothing. I think it was just curious about me. I was lucky. But a lot of people don't ask for these encounters. They just have them when they're out camping or hunting, and it changes their whole life. I mean, we've been lied to our whole lives that there's no such thing as monsters. Well, I'm here to tell you that. I mean, if you want to call it a monster, I mean, you can. There's a big, hairy, man-like creature roaming the woods on almost every continent on this planet, and you can deny it if you want, but it's the real deal, folks. I mean, you can believe me or not believe me, but I mean, if you want to find out for yourself, research where these sightings are taking place, and find some hot spots and go out there and spend a few days out there just by yourself. Campfire, tent. See what happens. See for yourself if you have an encounter. Sorry, I'm filming the ground. I'm looking around. A lot of people didn't ask for them, these encounters. I did. I mean, I was looking. I've been looking for these creatures. So yeah, maybe one of these days I'm gonna have that encounter that puts me out of the woods, and I don't want to do this anymore. That could happen. I've had some pretty scary things happen to me. Nothing that drastic to where it scared the living daylights out of me, and I didn't want to go back. But it could happen. I mean, I could become another statistic in the missing 411 books. I mean, anything could happen. But what I'm getting at is, I guess I get my kicks off, doing this. It's exciting to me. Yeah, it's a little scary, but roller coasters are scary too. Anyway, I keep getting off subject. You guys go check out his channel. It's How to Hunt. He's a hunting guide. He started doing these. That's fresh. You can send him if you've had an encounter and you want to get off your chest. Like, there's a lot of people who have these encounters and they're scared to talk to somebody or tell anybody what happened, and because they're afraid of getting ridiculed or laughed at. Happens more times than not. I rarely tell people about mine unless the subject's somewhat brought up, or you can read. I can read people pretty good, and I can tell which people are gonna. Most people are gonna go off at it and laugh, and which ones would probably take an interest into it. But anyway, I'm rambling. What I'm getting at is there's a lot of you out there that are probably watching this right now. You've pulled up some Sasquatch YouTube channels because you had an encounter, possibly a scary one. You want to find out what these things are, so you're looking at video after video to find out what you can. And you're probably watching some researcher videos, which most researchers are nincompoops. I don't consider myself a researcher. I'm just an enthusiast looking for answers. You've had that encounter and you want to find out what these things are, but you want to tell your encounter. You want to talk to somebody about it. You can send your encounter to Tell My Story at How to Hunt. I think the other one's Share My Story at How to Hunt. You don't have to tell him your name. You can if you want. Just lay it out there. What happened? Tell him what happened, and he will read it, and your voice will get heard. And what that does, it not only gets that encounter off your chest. You've then told somebody. You just type it in the computer. But trust me, it will make you feel so much better just doing that. And then he'll read it. And there's so many people that are following this channel and gaining the knowledge. I mean, I'll sit right here for a minute. I gotta quit moving. Every encounter that's shared is knowledge that we gain. I mean, yeah, there's a bunch that are the same thing, the same flavor over and over. But that's good. I mean, because you can put that in your registry and say that there's a lot of that happening. I mean, it's all good knowledge. I mean, just because we're getting a lot of the same things, that's not. I mean, we're not just going to put those aside and say we're not reading those. And that's not my channel to say anyway. But Steve's a great guy. I mean, he doesn't take no bullshit. Anyway, I'm out of breath here, trying to get through these woods before my camera dies. Just go check his channel out. I mean, and if you've had an encounter, send it in. He'll read it. He'll make you feel so much better, guys. It will. And it's putting the knowledge of your encounter out there so everybody else can read it and gain that knowledge. So you're helping out in yourself, and you're helping out other people too. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. A lot of you researchers ought to be pissed off. I mean, you ought to have that pissed off mentality about, you know, we've been lied to our whole lives, saying, I mean, there's no such thing as Bigfoot. There's no, monsters are just fairy tales. And the reason I'm saying monsters is because, I mean, I've had people tell me their encounters, and that's just, you know, that's what they saw was a monster, a big hairy monster. Now these things, I'm not saying these things are all monsters. I'm just putting it in that context so you understand what I'm saying. I don't like being lied to, you know, by our government. Thinks they can just, you know, willy-nilly tell us whatever they want, and they've been doing it on all sorts of stuff. And Sasquatch is just the tip of the iceberg. Who knows? I mean, it's like Steve said. If Sasquatch is easy. I mean, think about what else could be we're being lied to that could be going on. I mean, the possibilities are freaking endless. I mean, the UFO thing, they've finally come out and said, oh yeah, there's UFOs. When year after year they were saying, nah, there's no UFOs. Now they're coming out and saying, yeah, there's UFOs, there's aliens. So, but I think the Sasquatch thing, well, I would say I know, but I don't know. Nobody knows. But I have a pretty strong, ooh, something got killed right here. It's that deer kill. It's like deer hair. The Sasquatch thing, it's not gonna just, they're not just gonna, I don't think they're just gonna come out and say, yeah, Sasquatch is real. And the reason why, there's something bigger there's something going on. There's something bigger to the picture that we don't understand, we can't comprehend with our minds, our human minds. These things aren't all bad either. I mean, they've been known, there's stories, lots of stories, encounters of these things helping people. So don't think that, because I said monsters, that they're all monsters. No. I didn't want to convey it as that. I just was trying to tell you, what is that right there? My point I was getting at. Anyway, these things have abilities that we probably can't comprehend, and there's probably something else that maybe the government had something to do with that. Like maybe they modified them somehow. I mean, the possibilities are endless. But if you go out there and you research and you find the truth that these things are real, you know, and most people have the mentality of seeing is believing, and I agree. I mean, just the encounters alone, listen to people's encounters, thousands of encounters, and these people, you can tell they're not. I mean, sometimes you can pick out BSers, but these people are not making shit up. I mean, just the encounters alone, listening to people's encounters alone, that ought to be enough proof right there to tell you these things are real. I mean, thousands and thousands of people are not just wasting their time calling in making up encounters. They're not doing it. It's not happening, folks. I mean, what am I going to gain lying to you, saying that these things are real if it's all a big hoax? It's not helping me any. I mean, I'm out here to try to film these things, so they better be real. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm still rambling. I just had to get out in the woods today, guys. This walking stick I just found. I've been cooped up for too long. Nice little walking stick. anyway, you know, and I'm not always filming stuff on here, you know. I used to show a lot of structures and look for prints and this and that. And I used to hit my main areas, you know, pretty hardcore and see if stuff changed. But man, I just go. What I've found out is a lot of encounters happen just by chance. I mean, usually it's people camping or hunting. A lot of it's hunting. It's not usually a researcher going out looking for them and to get them on video. That doesn't happen. I mean, there's very few and far between. So I've kind of changed my way of going about things. I just go out and hike. So, you know, I get some rude comments. And if you don't like that, if you don't like the way I'm doing things now, then you can go somewhere else. You can take a hike. I don't really give a shit. You know, if that's not your cup of tea, go somewhere else. Don't leave a rude comment. Well, you can leave a rude comment and you're just looking like a douchebag. I mean, it's not gonna. Usually doesn't bother me. I mean, I just either will erase it or block you from the channel. So it's a waste of time to even do that. So anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I go out, I hike, film. I mean, and I ramble like I'm doing now. You know, I have a lot of viewers that they just like to see my hikes. And sometimes I'll do the virtual hikes. I'll just go out, turn the camera on, hike, don't say a word. And a lot of people love those. Some people are like, what was that all about? You didn't say anything. So anyway, just kind of getting some stuff off my chest here about what's going on. And I've kind of went over this before. I don't know, when I'm out in the woods with you guys, I like to have something to talk about. And sometimes it's kind of the same thing over and over. But it is what it is. So I don't think Steve will see this video. He doesn't watch a lot of researchers' videos. I don't know who he follows, but he probably won't see this video. I doubt it. If you do, Steve, I did send you an encounter, an email. It wasn't my Bigfoot sightings. It was something else. One of the stranger things. It was an email you read, and you asked if anybody else has the same thing. And sure enough, I've experienced kind of the same thing. So. If you see this, you might check it out. You don't have to read it. It might be interesting to you. I mean, you don't have to read it online, but you might want to check it out and see what I saw. As a matter of fact, I never told anyone about that. I had somebody with me, and I was trying to get her to see what I was seeing. Of course, she didn't have really good vision, and she just couldn't see it by the time I had her looking in the right spot. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you what it was, but it was gone. So, and it wasn't a Bigfoot. There was a being there, but there was something else going on. Anyway, I don't want to sound like a crazy person. I am going to. I'm sure my camera's probably not got much left. See, here's what did this? I don't get it. And there's like an opening here. Some people say it was like a funnel in wildlife, but man, I don't know. Now, some people say a flood. There is a creek that runs down that way, but I mean, if it flooded, why in the hell would it do a circle like this? I don't get it. I'll show you the whole circle. See, and there's even like they weren't finished. So there's one piece here. It goes around. I've shown this before. I'm gonna do it again. It goes around. Slow down. Goes around. There's the little opening. Okay. Goes around. Nice tree arch into it. Goes around. Goes up over the mounds here, which I was gonna dig these up, or dig one of them up one day, see if there's anything in there, or it could be battle mounds. Hell, there could be like ammunition Civil War coins. Who knows? I mean, someone told me these could be battle mounds. I don't know what it is. But here's the. Keep showing you this deal here. So, sorry, my camera sucks today. My camera abilities. So it goes around and it ends right there. Well, actually, there's still the circle's complete if you look. See? So here's a pile of them, and then it goes into one. Yeah. So it goes here. So maybe it's not complete, but I don't know. It's just weird. I don't get it. That's not for flooding. It wouldn't make a circle like that. Something did that, and I mean, I don't see any. The day that I found this, there was some water bottles, or a water bottle, like. Sorry, I'm filming the ground again. Back over here somewhere. But I mean, that could have been there a long time. But it made me think maybe some kids were out here. But that is a lot of freaking work. And where did they get all that from? I mean, but yeah, there's a lot of deadfall in here, but I don't know. I've talked about that before, and it just boggles me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm surprised it's still recording. I'm gonna walk over here and check out one more thing, and then I'm gonna get out of here. I got stuff to do. I have been so busy on my carpentry, my woodworking. I've just been selling these vanities, these makeup vanities for women. I can't. Every time I make one and it's done, it's gone. I mean, I can't keep them. Women are loving them. I made one just to. I think my girlfriend made one, so I made one, and she sold hers pretty quick or something. So I made one and sold it pretty quick. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make another one. And I made some different ones, some bigger ones. Put lighting on them. Oh man, the women just eating it up. So I'm gonna keep at it. I make other things too. I make a lot of, tables, just all sorts of stuff. Anything out of wood. And I'm really busy right now, so. I have to make time to get out in the woods. I have to. I mean, I can't be inside all the time. It drives me insane. I wish I could just live out here. You know what I mean? I can't live right here, but I could probably find a place in the woods to go live. All right, guys. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted to see. I think I'm going to start heading towards the direction of my pickup and get on out of here. We'll do some more carpentry. Well, guys, go check out his channel. I saw something over there. I keep hearing something over here to my right too. I was not seeing it. I'm trying not to look over there. Sounds like there's something walking back there. I gotta go that way. It's back there somewhere. Back behind me. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off because I gotta have a little bit of battery in case I ride home. I need to call somebody, so I'm gonna cut this off, and I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless, and take care, guys.